What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic you choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topic as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Like That podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all. Download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and I just want to take this time and really say rest in peace to Jason David Frank. He was a part of the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger as the Green Ranger, then later became the White Ranger, then later became the Red Ranger, and other Power Ranger franchise, man. He was one of my favorite Rangers as a kid, and it's saddened that we lost him, man. So rest in peace to Mr. Jason David Frank. Also, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there listening. And, have a great time with your family and have a reason to be thankful for. So once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Now enjoy this episode. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 6. True! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boy podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. Well, first thing first, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And yeah, it's unusual to have an episode on Thanksgiving, but here we are. Whether you listen on today or listening to later in the week, thank you for listening, y'all. And this is the second new episode of MrGentleman Like That podcast. As y'all know, the Sunday we released the Any Question, the Q&A episode, and now we got this episode, which is the Survivor Series WarGames episode. And you already know, of course, I got my special guest, my returning guest, the bro, 1/4 of the Premier Boy podcast, the host of King Talk with Aaron Sands. We got my bro, Aaron, King Talk Sands in the building. Y'all already know we talk about WarGames and many more. And y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
My name is Heather from Wrestling Fans Insight Podcast, and you are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
back, everybody. Welcome back. And usually I would do a MrGentleman Facts quote of the day, but since today is Thanksgiving, I would do a Thanksgiving message instead. So, one thing that I am thankful for, I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for my real close friends that in my life right now. I'm thankful for health and for being alive. This year has not been the best year for me. A lot more of my personal life have been really bad. But, as time went on, things are slowly picking up and I have not given up. So I'm thankful for just continuing to push through. And I know that more big things is coming because I'm not giving up. And I'm thankful for MrGentleman, like the podcast, and for all of y'all to be rocking with me and to never stop, even when I took my short break. Yeah, never stop supporting. Yeah, I've been listening. My audience really grew this year. So honestly, thank y'all, man. Thank you for the support. And it really means a lot. Y'all just don't understand. So again, I thank y'all and a happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Like That Podcast, where we bring many guests telling about their stories about their brand they got going on. Also about me telling y'all my personal stories about things that are going on in my life. Also, we have many spin-off shows on MrGentleman Like That Podcast called The Old School Show, with myself and the Star Writing Rod, where we talk anything old school, which happen every 4th or 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. on the MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network, and another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many artists about their music journey. And also we have a roundtable music discussion about anything music, and which should come on every first Sunday at 12 a.m. on MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network. And yeah, you already know, if y'all need a podcast to listen to, check out MrGentleman Like That Podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Good Pod, and many more. Y'all can rate the show, 5-star rating on Good Pod, Podchaser, and Apple Podcasts. The more y'all rate, the more love the show get. Y'all can also check it out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube now. Ken, aka MrGentleman Like That TV. And also support the website of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, MrGentleman Like That Podcast.com. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and have a good day, night, wherever you're listening to this episode. Back to the show. Cheers!
This is Aaron Sands, and you are now listening to the MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, y'all already know what it is. This is the wrestling prediction episode. And y'all already know, this is the Survivor Series WarGames.
WarGames!
There you go. Prediction episode. And, I got my bro. Y'all already know who he is. 1/4 of the Premier Way Podcast. The host of King Talk with Aaron, same guy, Mr. Aaron. King Talk Sands in the building, bro.
You already know what it is. It's your man's King Talk. Yeah, that's me. It's your man's Aaron Sands. We are back yet again with another Survivor Series prediction episode. Yeah. If it's November, you already know what it is. It's Survivor Series WarGames.
You already know. And this is the first WarGames on the main roster. So this is pretty exciting. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm really excited about this, man.
Hey, it's a big deal. I was watching the classic WarGames a couple weeks back, and it was like just pure insanity. And then I got caught up with the NXT WarGames, which wasn't, I would say it was good, but it wasn't as good as the classic joints.
Yeah, of course.
it makes me want to. It really, but however, it still makes me look forward to what we're looking for this weekend with Survivor Series.
Yes, definitely. And I will have to say this due to this recording, because we are recording early in the week. We're not sure, the full card not finished. It might be one more match probably added. And also, the women's war game is not fully revealed. We're going to talk about that as well. So, but before we talk about war games, have you watched Full Gear? And if you did, what do you think about it?
I haven't seen all of Full Gear yet, which is crazy because I have I got like Dynamite and like another show on like side by side screen right now. Mm-hmm. But I've seen certain parts and I ain't gonna hold you. It was alright. it was alright. It wasn't like people would be like, oh my god, Full Gear was a great $1 million game. Yeah, dude, God. No, like it wasn't like that. But it was alright. Samoa Joe's is a double champion right now. It's like if you Samoan, you definitely gonna have 2 belts.
Yeah, pretty much. And I didn't watch all of it because when I wanted to watch it was messing up. But I did caught the last 3 matches, which was Jamie Hayter and
Hayter's going hate.
And Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter won. Of course the Acclaim versus Swerve Your Glory match. Also see the main event. John Moxley and MJF.
That double turn. I mean, if you watch an AEW, you already know like that double turn was gonna be a double turn.
Yeah.
But like that's the only thing. Like with AEW swerves, you can see the shit telegraphed like a mile away.
Here's the thing, son. I don't even watch AEW on a weekly basis, and I knew that it was. I knew that was going to happen. So yeah. So
Well, a lot of that comes down to this, right? You think about it like this. With the advent of the internet, right? Like you could sit there and see swerves coming like 2 months out because you got people either making rumors about it on like certain wrestling groups, or you got your Wrestle News Dave, talking a whole bunch of shit about, oh, this swerve might or might not be happening. Like I seen a post from him, I think earlier last week, when he was talking about, oh, Roman Reigns is going to lose the title. We're not sure when. We're not sure by who to who, but he's going to lose it. And I'm like,
oh, that's kind of obvious.
Like nigga, duh.
like Roman Reigns can't be champion forever. Like, come on, like let's be real.
Listen, as much as I want Roman Reigns to be champion for at least like 4 more years, I know we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you definitely can't have that.
Somebody got to beat him.
Yeah, and we got a lot of options. We're gonna talk about that too, because that is a question of the day later in the show. But before we do it, I got this weird random questions on my last episode on the Q&A episode. Some weird wrestling fan hit me up saying that why do I hate Tony Khan so much? And I should admit that Tony Khan is Booker of the Year. And I told on that last episode that I wasn't going to answer until I'm going to this episode. So I'm gonna answer that question. Why do I hate Tony Khan so much? Because everybody know if you listen about the AEW, they throw too much WWE jabs, stabs, too much of them. Sometimes that get annoying. That turn a lot of fans off. At least for me it does. And I don't know. If it was 2019, I probably would say yeah. Tony Khan was doing a lot better. If I could eat now, I can't say that now because I can't fully watch a full AEW show now like that. To be honest.
All right, so shout out to that wrestler fan I was watching that show. Because listen, he know how to ask the hard questions. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's a tough question because every time we talk about this wrestling shit, right? Yeah. Every time we have like the big 4 pay-per-view predictions, I talk about AEW because we don't cover AEW like that here.
Yeah, we do. We only talk about it when we do like the news part. That pretty much when it comes to any other wrestling show after that, basically. Yeah.
So in a sense, it's like, all right, bet, when I bring up Tony Khan, like you feel like it's like some real vitriol, like he did something to you back in like high school or something. You know what I'm saying? And then now he grew up and he's like a wrestling promoter, and that just grinds your gears. You know what I'm saying? So is this at least somebody's catching on to this? I'm glad it's not just me. I ain't crazy. So yeah.
Well, you want to hear more about me, ranting about Tony Khan about the Premier Boy podcast. Anyway, so let's get to Survivor Series WarGames, man, and
WarGames.
And I get to this prediction. We'll start off with this first match, which kind of be obvious, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Ronda Rousey versus Shazzy for the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Oh, if this opens Survivor Series, I'm showing up to that shit late. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think this is the opening though. I just put it there, but I think the opening will be the Women's War Game match. But I didn't go put the hit. I would say the Women's War Game match a little later.
I ain't gonna hold you. I completely forgot, right, that Ronda Rousey was SmackDown Women's Champion.
For real, right?
I completely forgot. That literally slipped my mind. And I was thinking about like wrestling like real heavy, so I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, who's SmackDown champion right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going? Like, I feel like they Triple H stopped caring about that real quick, and then like a couple weeks ago, he was like, oh shit, I got a SmackDown Women's division. Oh shit, yeah, Ronda Rousey is still SmackDown Women's champion. I bet I got to do something about this, and then now here we are.
Yeah, it won't be. I think they should have kept it on Liv, but I get why they put it on Ronda because money, the mark.
Yeah,
high with Fox decision and stuff like that.
Not everybody can get that $1 million gate, like like the boy TK. You feel me? Like,
no comment. But honestly, for me, you have to say who win. It's kind of obvious. This is pretty much a filler match, so a filler feud. So Ronda's gonna win this one, but I would say this will set up Ronda versus Shayna in the future, though. I would say that though.
Now see, that's something I'll be interested in. Like you talking about Ronda and Shotzi, I'm like, okay, and like, like who cares? Like who asked for that? It's like we're asking for Bow Wow to appear on AEW, and I'm like, bro, no. I didn't ask for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with that whole thing with Jay, Cargo, and Bow Wow situation. I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, long story short, he tried to pull up, try to shoot a shot on Twitter. Of course, Jay got her dude and everything like that. So she's like, Sifway, go over there. Okay. And then, Bow Wow took that personally. And they kept going back and forth. They ended up kept going back and forth, beefing or whatever. So yeah, apparently recently, Jade and the baddies pulled up on Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm
I saw the bill on Shade Room. I seen that. I seen the bill.
Yeah. So that ended up happening. So I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. They really put like this is going to be a thing, and nobody asked for that. So yeah.
At all.
You know what else nobody asked for?
What?
This match. Pack this shit the fuck up. Ronda's still gonna hold that title that I forgot she held, and it's gonna be it.
I agree. We all know that it's gonna set up Ronda versus Shayna for Royal Rumble. I'm gonna say Royal Rumble because I don't think it's gonna happen on Mania. I think Royal Rumble this might happen, but yeah.
I could see Ronda and Shayna happening at Royal Rumble. It's just and you got a lot of time to actually put something like that together because there's no pay-per-views really in December like that.
Yeah, all January. Since now day one not happening no more. So yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah. So they got a lot of time to build now.
Mm-hmm.
But but like I said, this is a filler feud, and Ronda Rousey's gonna win. Yeah, that'll carry on. That'll carry on. So next match we got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor.
Oh man, I like this match when it happened about like maybe 6-7 years ago at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to New Japan. Do I still feel like they could put on a match of the night worthy match? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
However, I do see Finn Balor winning this one.
I agree. I say that because Triple H is really big on Finn right now. You know, trying to make up for lost time when it was under Vince. Which I completely understand. Yeah, because honestly, like think about it like this: if Triple H was running WWE from when Finn Balor dropped his belt, dropped the Universal Championship, he could have easily been at least a 3-time world champion. I agree. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably he would have probably lost to Roman Reigns eventually, but you know what I'm saying? Like he would have at least held the belt about like 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I felt like that time when Roman versus Demon Finn and Trey was running the show, Demon Finn would have won that match. It would have been how he lost. How you know how that magical finish where he lost the temple.
Yo, like I saw that shit and I'm like, wait a minute, why is this man flopping on the ground like that? Like, what are we doing?
I was so confused.
My man was on Goldine timing. I'm like, bro, not Goldine timing. I'm sorry, Magikarp timing. He's flopping.
I was like, oh man.
I'm like, okay. All right, I guess. But if I was if I'm breaking my prediction out right now for this one, I would say Finn Balor getting the win with the Judgment Day.
I agree. I'm gonna say Finn Balor as well winning. I might say a little prediction. I think Edge might return. Maybe. I don't want to do that one, but
it's possible that he might return. But can you picture this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Edge returning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns heel.
Again.
At Survivor Series.
Man, we're like rejoining with the Judgment Day.
That's what I'm saying, because you gotta think about it. He did start Judgment Day.
Yeah, he did. And I heard Triple H is really big on Judgment Day right now. He's really big on Judgment Day. So if they could add Edge back in it, I wouldn't mind that, because that was cool when Edge was in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't get why Edge got rid of Dave. I didn't mind that he kicked out Edge in the first place. I was confused about that too. But
yeah, I didn't know. Like, was that a Vince thing or that was a Triple H thing?
That was a Vince thing.
Oh, yeah. So that might have been a thing.
Yeah, and Edge was really upset behind it too. I remember he was upset behind that.
I like the fact that Dominic, even though like it's a little iffy, like he's coming into his own at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Dominic is growing on me. Son. And also, this next match is growing on me now too. We got a triple threat match for the U.S. title. Seth freaking Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory.
All right, so check this out, right? First of all, shout out to Triple H for making the U.S. and Intercontinental titles matter again.
That's so.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, this time last year, I honestly couldn't tell you who was the title holder for either of them. Honestly couldn't tell you. You would tell me you could be $1,000 right now, name the Intercontinental and U.S. title holders of November of 2021. I probably would leave money on the table. I don't have no clue.
It's crazy. We did predict this last year.
Can you even tell you?
I want to say I feel like with Bobby. I think Bobby was I think Bobby was US. Bobby
probably was US, and that might have been the phase where he had all the girls with him, like he was the Godfather or some shit, but more classy. Like they weren't hoes, but they were escorts.
I think either Bobby or Austin Theory was US champion around this time. I feel like it was Bobby. I think it was Bobby. I have to. That got me thinking about last year's Survivor Series now, man. I gotta look it up now.
For real, it's a whole thing. But I like the fact that he's trying to bring back some like legitimacy to those titles because honestly, both of them are historic titles in their own rights. Like US title, you've seen in lineage from back in WCW days.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, the Intercontinental title is the Intercontinental title. Like that's enough said. Like you already know what it is.
Facts.
So with you understanding that now, you got to look at the players, right? You're looking at Bobby Lashley, Seth freaking Rollins, and like a brand new Austin Theory.
Thanks.
Like, I don't know. Like, he said he ain't no little boy. You feel me? He ain't no little boy. He ain't fucking around no more. He been on easy mode for too long. And he's like, nah, that's it. He's stalling off on people, which is great, except the fact that you're facing Bobby Lashley, who at this point, they're building him up as like the only dude that can handily beat Brock Lesnar at any time.
Yeah, hold that thought. I got the answer for last year Survivor Series. So, in the Continental Champion last year was Shinsuke Nakamura.
Really? I forgot all about this reign.
I forgot too. And last year, US was Damian Priest. I forgot all about that.
Wait, Damian Priest held the US title?
Yeah. I think it was after the time with Bad Bunny. Remember? Then a couple months later,
that whole WrestleMania situation.
Yeah, and a couple months later, he became the U.S. champion. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah, that was well deserved because at least with after that WrestleMania match they had, like with Damian, I was about to say Damian Sandow, Damian Priest, like he messed around, like he was showing out. He had like a little hot summer at that point.
Hey, you know a funny thing? I remember it though. The funny thing, Damian Priest won the U.S. title from Finn Balor.
And then now look at that. They're in Judgment Day.
Yeah, exactly. They're in Judgment Day. Exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. But back to this match though. I'm not gonna hold this. I was having a hard time predicting this match. I'm not gonna hold you. I having a hard time predicting this match.
I'm be honest with you. I kind of don't. I'm be honest. Like, here's the thing. Austin Theory ain't no little ass boy. All right, and granted, Seth is gonna be Seth, but I could see Austin Theory like getting his hands on a U.S. title and then like holding shit down.
I mean, to be honest, that was my choice anyway. I was thinking about going for Austin Theory. You know, I'm not gonna hold you because he just got repackaged just now. He just got repackaged. He looking really crazy and stuff like that. I can see Austin being a 2-time U.S. champion.
Yeah, but I could. And here's an even crazier thought. I could see him pinning Seth Rollins to do it.
I could too.
But the problem with that is Bobby gonna be on his ass, bro. He'll be even more mad.
I think what's also gonna happen that Ali is gonna interfere in the match and cause interference to Bobby.
Yeah.
Because they got a few going on too. You know, so I feel like that's gonna happen. I feel like Bobby ain't gonna get touched at all. Bobby gonna get distracted by Ali, and Austin Theory is gonna distract. Seth gonna be distracted. Austin Theory is gonna do his all day, this movie all day, right? All day, and then you'll win the title for that. Basically,
you'll hit the 8-time day.
8 times a day, whatever. 8 times all day, same thing.
Okay. Like what? But nah, yeah, I'm thinking about this. Austin Theory is probably gonna be that guy again. He's gonna bring back the U.S. title, but not on no little kid shit. He's gonna be on some grown man shit with that.
I agree. And that's funny because everybody fed Austin Theory now since he got repackaged.
Yeah, because here it is, like he kind of was like that when he was with the Way.
Yeah.
You know
the way he was, the way he is now. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that was his move when he was with the Way, and I'm like, bro, like, first of all, I wanted to see the Way get back together.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that was my thing. I wanted to see the Way get back, but granted, if it's not fine. I'm fine with Johnny wrestling, dropping almost or whatever. Fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if the Way's not going to get back together, then I need to see Austin Theory holding some gold because it's long deserved.
Yeah, and I feel like the Way is going to have a reunion some kind of way. I think it's going to happen. I don't think it's not going to happen right now, but I think it's going to happen. The Way is going to happen. I think when Johnny decided to turn, him and Kenny decided to turn heel, I think that's when it's going to happen.
It's possible. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Or they could do something like a lot more like bigger because you got to think about it like this too. You got a lot of NXT call ups coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of them.
New. And you know they gotta have something to do. Don't be surprised if you start seeing like a play from AEW's book and start seeing a lot more factions.
Yeah, I've been thinking about faction now. Jamaica love faction, so and that's kind of not surprising when you're watching Black and Gold NXT because there's a lot of faction in Black and Gold NXT. So not really surprised about that. I like faction, so I'm not really surprised about that. But you know,
I'm a fan of factions, especially if they're placed in like dope stories.
Exactly, especially and also it gotta make sense. The faction gotta make sense too. That's another thing. Like don't put random people together and it don't make sense like the Kia Lion and Zoe Stark did because that team did not make sense to me.
Or like the League of Nations.
Yeah, it had to make sense. You know, it had to make sense. But both of us got Austin Theory winning.
Yep.
All right, now we got the women WarGames.
WarGames.
So first we got Damage Control, Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim, and TBA. So here's my question to you, Sans. First I'm asking you, who you think is the last spot going to be, and who is going to win? Because if we do not know who the last spot is going to be, we won't find out until Friday on SmackDown. So who you think going to be the last spot to take that woman to be on Bianca's team, and who you think winning?
Did you say you won't find out the last person until the SmackDown before?
Yeah, SmackDown this Friday. Remember, this is released on Thursday, so we won't find out this. So the reveal won't happen until Friday.
I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair.
Okay,
I'm going with Charlotte Flair because you didn't see her ever since Ronda Rousey made her quit. And honestly, wait a minute, that's how she won the title.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Title. Wait a minute, that's how she won the title. We didn't see her for like 3 months. Before that, she made Charlotte Flair title.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
So yeah, she really might be coming back for the WarGames.
I mean, it's possible. I do think Charlotte is coming back. I don't think she's coming back at WarGames though. I think Charlotte coming back at Mania. I'm not Mania. I'm Royal Rumble.
I'm saving that for like Sasha and Naomi. Because you got to think about it. Like that's a package deal. You only got one slot left for WarGames.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be kind of a thing too. Like,
well, for me, I got 4 options who it might could be. Is it based on a storyline? No way. Candice LeRae as the last few, because remember, Damage Control took her out, so it would make sense. Second, which also Damage Control also took out Becky Lynch. Yeah, Becky Lynch. Yeah. Third, only reason I say her because it's her hometown, but I'm not really 100%. Because you just said she might come back at Royal Rumble, which I believe that may be more the case. But I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna say Sasha Banks. That's the third one, but that's not my 100% on that one though. And the last one, which also somebody else took her out, Rhea Ripley took her out. And people have been saying this name around lately, but I thought to kind of believe it too. Especially if I say her husband might be coming back as well, Beth Phoenix.
No. I mean, granted, here's, and I say I don't know that because a couple things, right?
Yeah.
The way the premium live events has been like shaping up, it's always like one is better than the next.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, they always. One thing I've been liking about these PLEs lately is that they've been getting better and better progressively over time.
That is a fact, especially under Triple H. It's been getting really better.
Yeah, like I'm really looking forward for Backlash underneath this banner because nigga, like what? If you tell me Money in the Bank was fire, right?
Either way, and that was through kind of Vince. That was a Vince show still. That's the great thing about it. That was that would half and half. That would half and half. They would have Vince and have Triple H, I believe. Yeah,
he was on the outs and everything. And then Triple H was kind of coming in and, you know, trying to get like a swing of things. But at the same time, like if Money in the Bank was fire and that was like a half Triple H situation, imagine, you know, Backlash after Mania.
Facts.
It would be crazy. I always feel like they go, you know, above and beyond, like progressively over time when it comes down to the PLEs. So Beth Phoenix is a likelihood, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Because there's always one thing I also know about the PLEs. There's always somebody you don't expect.
That's true. And Tiana's, if I really think about it, I feel like Becky Lynch is like the best option now that I think about it. Charlotte does too, but I feel like Charlotte will come back for Royal Rumble as well. But Charlotte's a possibility too, though. Charlotte,
I definitely see her coming back at Royal Rumble and then winning it.
Yeah, it's funny because you skip ahead of one of my questions. I want to talk about like a little bit ahead too. But yeah,
like if she don't come back this weekend, that's fine. But if she come back Royal Rumble, I could honestly see her being like the winner.
I agree with you on that because I heard rumors now that Mania might be Charlotte versus Bianca Belair.
Which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense because it rounds out the last. It really rounds out the last horseman that Bianca has to face.
That's a fact, and she did face Charlotte before in NXT, and she lost. But it wasn't for the title, though. I feel like she faced Charlotte again. Am I mistaken? Did you face her again in the main roster?
Not that I know of. No, they haven't really crossed paths like that. Like Bianca was feuding with Becky for like a long time, right?
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
And then after that, she was feuding with Bayley for a long time.
Yeah.
And then she feuded, as you know, with Sasha as well. You know what I'm saying?
You know, for the WrestleMania, yeah.
Knows first women main event WrestleMania, first African American women main event WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Big facts. So, you know what I'm saying? Those beasts in itself were riding out for a long time.
Yeah, but I think the Charlotte and Bianca, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was just a one-off though. I think it was only one match, but if I'm not mistaken, the main roster. I could be wrong though. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
It might have definitely happened on NXT.
I know it definitely happened on NXT. It definitely happened on NXT. I know that for a fact. It definitely happened on NXT.
But I don't remember it happening on like main roster though. Yeah. It might be like a Mandela effect or some shit, but
maybe. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up after this. Maybe you might be right. It could be. It could be.
Like you probably saw a clip of NXT on Raw. Like they competed.
I don't know, but I thought like one match, but more like an open challenge. But I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. But back to it though. Who do you think winning this WarGame match?
It solely depends on who's that fifth person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, as of this recording, as the teams are constructed right now, going with Damage Control.
I agree because I got my reason why I say Damage Control. Something Bayley said on Raw. She said one of your teammates is not trusted. I already know one of the teammates on Bianca's team been acting weird. Been having flashes. Been having flashbacks of her old self. Alexa Bliss is going to turn on the team. Alexa Bliss is going to turn on Bianca Belair.
I can see that being a thing. Yeah. And also, to elaborate on that further, I could see Alexa and Bianca going back and forth for the Raw title too.
It's funny. We are skipping ahead one of my questions, son. Because
to be fair, guys, I don't. To the viewers, I have no idea.
You really don't. You really don't, though.
I
son.
literally just show up here.
You really don't. That's a great thing. You really don't. But I agree. I'm gonna go with Damage Control with the winner for this one. I'm gonna go with Damage Control to win on this one. I agree with that.
Yeah, Damage Control, and on top of that, they hot right now, so I don't see them cooling down with a WarGames loss.
Yeah, I agree. And now we got the main event. This is definitely the main event. The men's WarGames. So we got the Brawley Brutes. Sheamus, Pete, Bush, Dunn, and Red Hollins, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn, the Honorary Uso.
Hey, yo, Ken.
Yeah.
Feeling a little oozy. You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
And Samoa, right? That actually means pussy. So you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, this is not even a conversation, bro. Like, here's the thing. The lineup you just named, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like Roman Reigns, right? Versus a bunch of guys he beat all 2020, 2021.
Basically.
He already beat Drew, right? Beat him at Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
Beat Kevin Owens at Rumble last year, I believe. In the Quit match, right?
Yeah, I think about 2021. I think that was 2021, yeah. They were three times.
They beat him like 3 times. He beat Daniel Bryan 3 times. Next thing you know, he sent that man to AEW. You feel me?
That's true.
I'm just saying, like, if this is the 4th time, I'm like, all right, bro, what we doing? What was there? Sheamus is an interesting caveat into that. I want to give you a little backstory. I'm gonna give you a history lesson. History lesson with Aaron Sands. About maybe 7 years ago, there was Seth Rollins was the champion at the time. And he was out. He had to be out for like injury. So they had a match between Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose for the title. Roman ends up winning that match, right? Triple H comes out. He's like, yo, good job. You're going to do what's best for business. Roman like, yeah, nah, I'm good, bro. Next thing you know, he turned around, bong, bro kick out of nowhere. Apparently, Sheamus was the Money in the Bank winner that year. So he cashed in. They had a match. Sheamus hit Roman with another bro kick. Roman ended up counting the lights. Sheamus ends up winning the title. Right?
Yeah, I remember that. I was just about to die literally like a couple weeks ago. Fight thing.
7 years later.
Facts. And it interested to see them two interact again too.
That's going to be a thing, but here's the thing. There's a different Roman. You know what I'm saying? There's a far different Roman than that young man that won the title the first time. You know what I'm saying? It's a tribal chief. Shout out to Alvin.
Facts.
Yeah, this is a tribal chief, and he got the bloodline with him. Everybody up in there. You know what I'm saying? For WarGames. So you already know me. We do these predictions. We've been doing these predictions for a long time. There's one thing over anything else when we do these predictions. You must be smoking crack if you think I'm going to bet against the Bloodline. Bloodline winning the main event. And he's going to tell y'all once and for all why he's a tribal chief, why the Usos are the longest reigning tag champs in WWE history, why Solo Sikoa is a fucking beast. Heyman's the best manager probably in all of WWE right now. Debatable if he's the best ever because you got the Heenan family, that's the whole thing. And Sammy's probably like the funniest guy on that whole situation. So yeah, a lot for the win, man. It's cake. It's easy.
For me, I love the Bloodline, but I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I don't think they're winning.
What?
I'm gonna tell you why. But I'm gonna tell you why. It's gonna be a slip up. It's gonna be a slip up on why they're not gonna win, and it's gonna set up future storylines. So I'm gonna say they're not gonna win because Sami is gonna get pinned. Once Sami get pinned, Bloodline is gonna kick out Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens will come to save. They're gonna set up Uso versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So I think this will be the start of Sami Zayn leaving the Bloodline. So I'm gonna say the Braun and Bruce of them gonna win.
I can understand why you say that, right?
Yeah. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for that, I would have said the Bloodline. But as you think about long term and you think about the future of who's gonna take out all of the Bloodline, I feel like for the tag teams, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is going to be the one to take that title for them.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. Because honestly, if you put them side by side, right?
Yeah.
The only way I can see title changing is in the tag team side of things. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't see them letting that go to anybody on that list. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
The person I do see him letting that shit go to is Cody.
I agree. It's funny, I was actually the question too, but we already kind of answered it. but
the only person I would see that is Cody, and I ain't gonna hold you. When that match happens, and it will, I'm not betting against them. I'm not betting against. Here's the thing, like I told you before, you want to see smoking crack rock if you think I'm betting against the Bloodline or Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But we talking about Cody Rhodes.
Exactly.
And this ain't just regular old smoking mirrors, Stardust Cody Rhodes. We talking about American Nightmare, AEW version of Cody Rhodes that everybody loves right now.
The Kingdom.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this: that he had the same exact character when he came on, and to be fair, AEW wasn't really fucking with him like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying they wasn't really rocking with him like that. But on top of that, WWE fans wasn't rocking with that Cody as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then he came across WrestleMania, and now everybody's like, "Oh my god, I love Cody!" Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro, stop it. The AEW version of Cody Rhodes is going to win both belts for his pappy.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, honestly, I think there's only two people who I think could win the title. Cody is one of them, and Bray. I think Bray might be a second option too, though.
Bray might be the second option and or next up.
Yeah.
Next up after Cody. But the thing is, I'd rather him be next up after Cody. Number one, because the storyline is taking far too long.
Yeah. Agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And crazy side, I had a weird dream that them two were feuding, Cody and Bray. But the crazy thing with the dream, Bray wasn't back in WWE yet. So yeah. And now that Bray's in them, they're like, oh snap. Crazy.
Dreams do come true. Kids.
For some reason, at least was there too, but I'm like, that's a whole damn story. But yeah.
No, like here's the thing, right?
Oh shoot.
I could understand like taking time with like Bray's storyline because there is a lot of layers.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of layers. You're talking about a Wyatt Six, which is basically like a whole team of dudes.
Facts.
And ladies.
Yeah,
like apparently. So that's gonna like that takes time and layers to put together. Yeah. I don't want to see LA Knight join Bray Wyatt's group.
Fact, me either, son.
I don't want to do it. If I see that shit happen, I'm turned off by it. I'll be turned off by it.
You ain't no LA Knight, my guy. It's like, yeah, you ain't no LA Knight, my guy.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Am I gonna hold you? I laugh when he got buried on my Bray. I laugh when he got buried on my Bray on Friday. I'm not gonna hold you.
And that's the weird part about it because I'm like, all right, Bray doing his thing and everything like that. Shit is great. LA Knight doing his thing. Friday nights looking right. And then they get together. I'm like, why?
I'm here today. I mean, I'm not saying that's not a good feud. That is a great feud. But it's too early for that feud to me, though. It's way too early. I feel like it was too early for it to even to let that be Bray first feud. It's too early for that.
I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to see Bray against Karrion Kross.
Yeah, me too.
But I didn't want to. I'd rather see LA Knight first before we get to the Karrion Kross feud, because that would definitely be more interesting.
It would be, yeah.
Than whatever this is.
Yeah, it would be.
But I'd rather see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the LA Knight feud might be interesting, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, but
I'm not for it, but I'm here for it.
Nah, you already know. LA Knight gonna be big. I got he gonna be big. It's gonna take him time to grow to his own too. Remember, he just got out the other character.
Yeah, he got out the whole Maximum Male Models bullshit. Like,
yeah,
what the hell was that?
And then Vince creation.
I think what it was, Vince saw him take a selfie and was like, "You're a model now."
Basically, yeah, pretty much.
Like, what the fuck? You're a model, goddammit. You act like it.
I'm done. But for the WarGame, you said the bloodline. I'm gonna go to the babyface winning this only because of the Sami Zayn slipper. Let's start the storyline of the bloodline breaking away from Sami Zayn. So yeah, that's my pick. That's my pick for that.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what's up.
Well,
I don't think the bloodline losing this one, man. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, either way, man, it's gonna be a dope match anyway. Either way,
Oh yeah.
Hard, trust me, that was hard to say, Carl. I'm a fan of the bloodline. That was hard to say, son. But yeah, well, yeah. So I got a few questions to ask you before we go. I think some of them we kind of already answered, but I'm gonna ask you again. And yeah, so Roman Reigns next opponent, Bianca Belair next opponent. For like,
you saying post Survivor Series?
Yeah, post Survivor Series, but before Mania.
Roman Reigns' next opponent, I believe, will probably be Sheamus. That would be more interesting, especially after the story time we just had.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting to see them like interact, like you said before.
Yeah.
At that type of level.
Yeah.
As for Bianca Belair, I could see Alexa Bliss being up next. I'm tired of seeing Damage Control take L's to Bianca, even though I keep seeing every time I turn on Raw, I see Bianca getting jumped.
Yeah, me too.
Every week. And
that kind of get annoying. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, like what did she do? You know what I'm saying? I'm convinced. I gotta figure this out. What did she do for this to happen? Like who she pissed off? But every PLE she comes back.
Good, she pissed off Bailey. Because Bailey can't get a win. She can't get a win from Bianca since last year. So
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what are we doing? So now she's like, nah, yo. Every time she come out on Raw, you gotta sit there and just lay in on her shit. You know what I'm saying? But the only like reprieve she'll get from that is for her winning like at the PLEs. I think she's like the longest women's champion right now, I believe.
She might. Yeah, yes, she is. She is actually. Because she had a title since Mania. Since Mania, right?
Nah, I think she had that shit since like SummerSlam.
SummerSlam this. Oh wait. Oh yeah.
SummerSlam last year.
Oh no, this year. She got the title. Wait. You might be right. Wait, what am I saying? You might be right.
She remember when that shit from SummerSlam last year, and then she just held that shit ever since.
No. Mania. Because remember, she lost last year to Becky Lynch on that 26 seconds situation.
Oh yeah. She had to come back at Mania to get it.
Yeah, she went back at Mania, and Becky turned babyface Mania.
Yeah.
So this is how long it's reigning though. This is Bianca longest reign though. Because remember, last year it ended on SummerSlam, Mania SummerSlam. This year it's still going. So. And it might be longer to a whole year, so.
Which makes sense, because I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of opponents that I can see her paired up with.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm interested in seeing like an Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair program. Although I know she'll hold it to Royal Rumble, and then we'll see what's up. But
yeah. I know for me, for Roman next opponent, I definitely could see Sheamus or Kevin Owens for Roman next opponent.
I don't know. I don't want to see Roman and KO like 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good.
Yeah, but only different. This KO is from the Triple H era, so it might be a little bit different.
Yeah, but it's still KO and Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go to McDonald's, right? Or you go to like BBQs or whatever, and you get like their burger, and then you go there like next month, and you get their burger, but they got bacon on it though. You know what I'm saying? So it's still the same burger. It's got a little bacon on it. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's basically like that.
Yeah. And as for Bianca, Alexa Bliss or Rhea Ripley. Because we never got the Rhea Ripley and Bianca feud because Rhea had the brain injury. So so they could finally run that back now. But I think
especially after Belair stole that Royal Rumble win over her.
Exactly. There you go. She
wasn't supposed to be there. She's basically I'm be honest with you. I'm gonna give it a buck with you. Bianca Belair is currently writing the storyline that Rhea Ripley should be writing right now. In a sense.
Yeah.
Because it is weird. Like the way everything is turning out, you know what I'm saying? Like you just flip that, just imagine see how that would have panned out. It's interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. All right, so next question I got is do you think CM Punk can come into WWE? Is he done with AEW?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe, right? I don't think not only he's done with AEW, but I think he's pretty much done with wrestling altogether. You know what I'm saying? As you know, the Elite came back at Full Gear.
Yeah, they came back at Full Gear.
And I also heard that like they were one of the pretty much the promoter of the year is working on a buyout.
Yep.
So I don't think he's coming back. I'll be honest with you. I'd be shocked if he does. I'd be even more shocked if he comes to WWE.
Yeah.
Because now with Triple H running and everything and their past situations, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that being a feasible thing. So I think it's fairly safe to say that unless he decides to pull up to Impact and challenge Josh Alexander, then I think he's pretty much done with wrestling. I think he's going to be a commentator for like MMA or some shit.
Yeah, because he already, I believe he did that recently.
That wasn't even for like UFC. It was just like some like underground shit.
Yeah. I know.
Like the Impact of MMA, some shit.
Facts. I know. For me, do I think coming back? I think he definitely done with AEW, especially for Gear. The Elite got the crowd to say, F you CM Punk. I was like, wow. So,
and that's the thing, like, when you know AEW fans ain't really fucking with you like that, it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big deal. So I don't think he's coming back. He probably just going to do some commentator shit, do a movie or two, maybe do a book, but he's probably going to go back to what he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shared a post today where it's like on the first day of the job, it's like CM Punk's first speech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like, after a year being on the job, it's like CM Punk's all-out media scrum.
Yeah. That's how I felt when I was in New York. But I don't him and WWE. I don't think he is. If he does, I'll be shocked. Like I said, we spoke about CM Punk go back to WWE like last year SummerSlam, and I said this like if it was last year, I would be happy for him to go back to WWE. Now, I don't know.
It's bad, right? When people say, if he comes to WWE, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It gets crazy when you hear shit like that. So it's like, I don't think it's in their best interest. I feel like all told, he had a pretty dope career. But
Shoot.
When you burn bridges like that, and then you bring in your trainer who bites ears and shit like that, you know?
Crazy. Shoot.
You kind of got to sit your ass down.
Shoot. I think I don't think nobody gonna say this, but I think Cody left because of CM Punk. One of the reasons why he left because of CM Punk.
It's about Cody?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes. One of the reasons why he left AEW was because of CM Punk. I wanna say that. I feel like that's one of the reasons, but nobody wanna say that though.
It's probably it though. I'm not gonna hold you. You might be right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when he came on, you know, on that Rampage, you could see the shift with Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're already paying CM Punk $3 million. Tony already paying CM Punk like $3 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cody want more money, but you gave mad money to CM Punk. So it's like, how you gonna pay this? How you gonna pay Cody, who's been like a foundation, not been a foundation, but the foundation in your brand?
Facts.
You literally had a show with his wife, Rose to the Top, that nobody watched, including me. I did not see not an episode.
I didn't watch it either.
not even a clip.
Rose to the Top. I'm a quick rope in, but that's not it. That's not it.
It ain't it. It wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's on Hulu or some shit now.
Probably is.
But yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like you had a whole cornerstone of AEW, and you let it go away because of CM Punk hype. And then when you get him, he had a year, and he just fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of it's kind of a thing. I mean, shit. Even Bret Hart lasted in WCW for like 2 years, give or take.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I don't see him like really getting back into wrestling. So yeah, it sucks, but that's where, you know, that's what happens.
I think he might be done. But like I said, if he does return, I'd be shocked. But I guess, yeah. And I got one more question. Who is next to come back to WWE? Who Triple H would bring back, or somebody branded to be signed?
You know, I heard some rumblings that Jonah might be coming back.
Yeah,
Jonah might be coming back, and I ain't gonna hold you. If he come back, that would pretty much officially make WWE once again the land of the monsters, land of the big boys.
Yeah, just about, because they got rid of most of them. Now that I think about it, you know.
Yeah. Because they were trying to be like the Flippy Floppy dude. They were trying to bring Flippy Floppy to WWE. Yeah. But then they got to understand the indies are doing the Flippy Floppy shit way better than WWE.
Yeah.
WWE was always good on like larger than life size dudes.
Yeah.
In the words of Biggie, big meaty men slapping balls.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I saw Omos and Braun Strowman slapping meat, and I'm like, bro, this is literally what WWE, the wrestling brand, is all about.
Facts.
It's been like that since the 80s.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's their standard, yeah, hiring Jonah would be a fire idea, especially if you let him fulfill his New Japan obligations.
Yeah.
If you could do that, then yeah, Triple H probably would be the Booker of the Year. Yeah, because it's not taking much. The bar is really low right now.
Yeah, but
between NWA, letting Tyrus be champion.
Oh gosh, she's Louise.
You know,
she's Louise. I heard about that.
Yeah, like I saw that match. It was a shit show. I don't understand it. Didn't understand it. Between that, Tony Khan, like, you know, being Tony at this point, I think the only close competition that Triple H has right now for being Book of the Year is Scott D'Amore.
You said Scott D'Amore. You don't think he's
Motherfucker, yes, Team Canada.
Oh shoot,
that's his competition.
Oh shoot.
Team fucking Canada. Let's go. That's the only competition for Booker of the Year, and I'll be honest with you, it'll be well deserved because he's having Josh Alexander pretty much put that company on his back.
Yeah. Josh is about to be one of the longest Impact champions. I think
Trey Miguel's putting it on his back.
Yeah, Trey Miguel. Yep.
Mickey James out here in it to win it still.
Yep.
But Jordan Grace is pretty much holding down the women's division over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I keep telling you, especially on these type of podcasts, Impact Wrestling, right, is the most beautifully mid promotion I've ever seen. Like they're so amazing at being so mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like they don't go too high. They don't do no extra shit. But they don't strike out all the time.
That's
you know,
they're
like this. They're like the average C student in school. They go to class. They do some homework. You pass a test. You fail a test. You're an average C student. You're not a B plus player. That's AEW. They're like a strong C.
Oh, sure.
And that's okay. Most of the country are C plus players. Most of the country's population are C plus players. So yeah, like you're in the right space.
Oh, sure, I'm done. But for me, I'm gonna say I'm gonna greet you, Jonah. Bronson Reed is one. Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green. I feel like that's a possibility of them coming. But only way I want Matt to come back to WWE is if he Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder. You know.
Yeah, I got Matt Cardona got to pull up.
Yeah, back up there. Exactly. Yeah.
I can't see Zack Ryder pull up and be like, and then take him seriously.
Me either. I can't. Me either. He got to be Matt Cardona. Like Cody could be himself. Matt got to be the same way. Like
honestly, and especially because he did a lot. I should you know, he did a lot.
Yeah.
His indie run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot. I agree.
So for him to come back all the way back just to be Zack Ryder, like nah, bro. He gotta be Matt Cardona.
I agree.
He was Matt when he was out here in these streets. He was Matt Cardona. He was Matt fucking Cardona.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yep.
So it shocked me because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect he'll get more play out in the indies than he did in WWE. So that shocked me.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't even know he had it like that.
Me either.
Yeah,
and shout out to him. And last person I can see is Tegan Knox. I think the only thing that I really want her to be is more healthier. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I can see her coming back too. I wouldn't mind seeing her back as well.
I suppose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm looking more forward to Chelsea Green coming back than anything.
Yeah, definitely.
If he does, I can see Tegan Knox coming back at the Rumble.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
But also same thing with Chelsea Green, so you know.
Same here. But you know, it's one person doing the comeback, son. It might be a little hope now, but not really, son. And you know, my bro got to come back eventually, son. Keith Lee, man.
Keith Lee ain't coming back, bro. He ain't AEW for life, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Nah, he ain't AEW for life.
Just thought, yo. But you ain't no bro.
Good old time.
Oh man, but you might hear him. It's a small possibility. His wife is in WWE, so it's a small possibility. but you ain't know, bro. Thank you for coming on the show. You ain't know. It's always fun doing these predictions episode with you, man. And yeah. Thank you for coming on the show. Also, before you say your stuff, you've been killing it. You know, with King Talk with Aaron Sands, man. Now, 2-time #1 on the chart for entertainment news, man. Keep killing it, yo. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yo, I appreciate all the love that, you know, King Talk has been gathering over this season. it's been a season like no other for the most part. We've been doing weekly episodes now, and that's just been paying dividends. Yeah, man, I appreciate all of it. I was like, as a lot of people know, I was on the fence about this season as a whole. And for me, I was like, I bet, let me just see where it goes. And if it goes somewhere, then it's great. If not, then I'm like, fuck it, we'll do something else. And I'm glad that I actually did this part, because now it's like I'm seeing the love that we worked so hard to get in the first 2 seasons. And I owe that number one to you. Thank you for that, because you helped put this whole situation together. And number 2, and most importantly, I gotta thank you, the fans, the listeners that listen to my shit every Friday or Saturday, depending on when I put it out. But yeah, if you want to hear more King Talk, I got 2 episodes dropping today. I got the Thanksgiving episode dropping and a brand new episode of King Talk. We out here as a triple. It's a trifecta of epic proportions from Aaron. So you're getting a triple dose of Sands out here. You feel me? And you can check all this out on all streaming platforms. You can follow me on Instagram on Aaron Sands Premiere. You can also follow me on Twitter and Good Pods at King Talk Sands. You already know what it is.
Yes, and once again, thank you, bro. And also look out for us again on the Premier Way podcast coming 2023. Breaking news.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Here we go again.
Yes. And we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premier Boy podcast, where we talk about anything about the culture. Hosted by myself, Ken, aka MrGentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Riding Ride, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mao. And we talk many topics, from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics are very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody, because we talk about many explicit content. And yeah, so if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned, because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked that it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the Premier Boy podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the Premier Boy podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Riding Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mao. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to this latest episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank you to my special guest, the bro, Aaron, King Talk Sands, for coming on the show. And y'all check him out on King Talk with Aaron Sands every Friday at 12 a.m. King Talk with Aaron Sands every Friday at 12 a.m. Also, check him out on the Premier Boy podcast with myself, Aaron, King Talk Sands, the Star Rider Ride, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mao. Season 3 of the Premier Boy podcast coming in 2023. I repeat, Season 3 of the Premier Boy podcast coming in 2023. We will give the exact release date in December, so look out for that. We will be giving the exact release date for the Premier Boy podcast in December. And y'all already know where I'm at every Sundays, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, and Good Pods. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about the Gentleman Like the Podcast. Don't forget, we got spin-off series too. Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast presents the Old School Show. We are returning with new episodes of season 2. We got to finish up season 2, y'all. Starting in December 18th. Not on the normal schedule. Also, in that same week, Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B. Also returning, starting December 22nd. So we are dropping the last 4 episodes of both of those series in December to January. So check it out, y'all. And Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast presents a conversation about music podcast. Season 2 is coming February 2023 and every first Sundays. February 2023 and every first Sunday. Also, special announcement. Starting in December, I will be having new guests back on my show. So, yes, I will have new guests. We got 2 guests for December, confirmed guests for December, and we got 1 in January. I will let y'all know. Look out on social media. I will let you know who they are. But if you want to be a guest on my show, y'all can email me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, kenypgent@gmail.com, kenypgent@gmail.com, or y'all can hit me up on social media, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. And y'all gotta hit me up on social media, and so we can set something up. Y'all already know, add me on Good Pods, Ken Mr. Gentleman, where we cater to many independent podcasters. You can listen to each other's show. You can see what everybody listening to, and we have the charts. And y'all already know that we have the chart review. So we're going to do the Good Pod charts. And, Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast for top 100 shows. We are number 6 for top 100 shows. For society and culture, we are number 2. So I just want to say thank y'all for continuing to support Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. It really means a lot. And thank y'all for supporting us, man. It really means a lot. Check out the official website of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. You can listen to every episode, go watch every video. You can check out every guest appearance that I was on. You can buy merch for T Public on the website. You can buy me coffee and many more. And check out every guest profile on the website as well. We got many fun things and updates daily. So check out and support the Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast website, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in to this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. It's no episode this Sunday, but you can check out the next episode on the first Sunday in December. And once again, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Have a good day or night, wherever you're listening to this episode.
This is Anthony from the Beautiful Feet Podcast, and you're listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe to this amazing show. Enjoy.